Right, give me the book of Jeremiah, chapter 33 and verse number 14, right? I got a question about this image. How y'all feel about this image right here? You don't know who that is. Why you say that? How you know that? How you know that?
Because in the Bible it says the scripture
Right.
his skin is as burnt grass.
Right.
That's not burnt grass.
That's true. That's true.
And that's a picture of what's his name?
Caesar Borgia. Caesar Borgia, yeah.
Yeah, the Vinci's mother. That's
Yeah.
his name.
Right. So yeah, that's true. That wouldn't be Christ.
That is not
Christ is, he has woolly texture hair. He looks like a so-called black man. He looks like every brother and every sister that's up here right now.
exactly.
Right? So this comes from, the lies that the so-called white man has taught us throughout history. Right, with his pastors, his doctrines, right, the doctrines of devils. Right, give me 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse number 2. Right? Start at verse 1. And you give me Job 13 and 4. And another brother give me Jeremiah 33 and verse number 14. Yeah, no. First Timothy verse doctrines of devils.
It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1.
Oh.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressively
Right.
that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits,
What?
giving heed to seducing spirits,
Right.
and doctrines of
And
devils,
what?
and doctrines of devils,
Who are saying?
and doctrines of devils.
Right, so Christianity, right, in the way it's taught in the church, will be a doctrine of devil and a seducing spirit, right? Because it was a time when our people wasn't worshiping this image right here, right? But then when they got to America, they started getting seduced by wicked spirits by the so-called white man and doctrines of devils, saying you can eat pork, saying you can eat shrimp, saying this is your savior, saying all sorts of things and telling you that you're not an Israelite. And that's why you got brothers out here day in and day out, right, teaching against America and all the lies that they tell so that we can build up our people again and become a strong nation once again. Right, give me Job 13 and 4.
The book of Job, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Yeah.
But ye are forgers of lies.
What is the white man?
Ye are forgers of
What is
lies.
America?
Ye are forgers of lies.
Right there, forgers of lies. Right there, always spreading forth lies. They don't lie to the entire earth. Right, they don't lie to the people and said that they're the Israelites over there. Right, they took your heritage. They're keeping your Passover, your new moons. They're wearing your fringes, your dresses, the head wraps. Right, and they're keeping all your feast days and following all your laws, while we just being niggas in America, killing each other, prostituting each other, homeless, on crack, hating the Bible and believing in rocks saving us. Right, that's what happened because we departed from the Most High God. And we chose not to follow the way, right, of the Most High, right, and to choose the ways of the heathen, choose the ways of our oppressors. Right, what good has happened since we started to live in America? If y'all could give me some. What good has come unto the Black and Hispanic community since we've been living like Americans? Nothing. Right? Keep giving me some examples. What's some things that's destructive to our community that was produced by our enemies? All right, give me Proverbs 3 and 31. Give me Psalm 62 and 10 actually. Is that media? What would you say? Guns. Like media and guns is big.
The education system is all messed up.
Yeah.
They only gonna teach us their ways.
Right.
And everything
Yeah.
teaches us
Yeah. And I heard in some states they don't even teach Black history, so-called Black history anymore in the schools now. Right? So once we was learning about who we are, right? We was learning, the laws and statutes and how we must conduct ourselves on earth, right? And then we fully departed, and now we don't even learn about so-called Black history in America anymore, right? Because they want to continue to put lies into your system. What I got that you holding? Give me Jeremiah 33 and verse number 14.
It's Jeremiah 33 and 14.
Give
Behold,
me
the
Psalm
days
79
come,
and 1,
saith
Psalm
the Lord,
62 and 10.
that I will perform that good thing
Right.
which I have promised unto the house of Israel,
Right?
and to the house of Judah.
Go down to verse 15.
Verse 15. In those days and at that time will I cause the branch of righteousness.
Slaki, 3 and 15. Slaki. Jeremiah 3 and 15. All right, bring that out. Whoever get there first.
Bring it out.
It's Jeremiah 3 and 15.
No.
And I will give you pastors
Right.
according to mine heart,
Right.
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Shall what?
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Right, so the Most High has set up certain men, right, in Milwaukee, in Chicago, in New York City, in LA, all across the world, right, to feed you knowledge and understanding and show you that you're an Israelite, to show you to turn back to your God, right, and to turn away from the ways of the heathen. Stop following after oppression, right? Because ever since we followed oppression, right, we started worshiping other gods. We don't care about the Most High. We don't love each other as one anymore.
Do y'all have
A building?
yeah?
Yeah, we got a building, right? It's on 3rd and Mitchell. Yeah, on 3rd and Mitchell on the south side. Yeah, so we teach there every Saturday, right? Every Saturday you got, we be there from like 1 to 2:30, or sometimes a little bit earlier, right? But that's what we usually teach at. But we come out here to reach the people, right? Because that's the people that need to be helped, right? Give me Isaiah chapter 61 and verse number 1, right? Because you go to the church, right? The sinners don't go, like the so-called sinners don't go to church, right? According to this world, you don't got, our people like drug dealers. You don't got, drug addicts, or you don't got the homeless people going to the churches, right? Because if they can't give them no money, right, they say, hey, you're not accepted here. You're not a real member, right? So you got to come out and reach the people and teach the people who they are. You got to come out more than once, once every Sunday, right? They just come out. I mean, they just want people to come to them on Sunday, or you got to reach the people. Right? If you're not reaching the people, you just sitting back waiting for people to come to you. It's not gonna happen. Right? Well, give me Acts 7 and 38 real quick. Right? We're gonna answer your question. Acts 7 and 38. Because bring this out. Give me Matthew 18 and 20.
It's the book of Acts chapter 7 and verse 38. Yeah. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
In the where?
In the wilderness.
Right?
With the angel which spake to him in the mount of Sinai.
Right? So when the children of Israel, they were in the wilderness, right? They were all gathered together under the Spirit of the Lord, right? Getting the laws, learning the statutes. That was church right there. So church could be anywhere. Church could be right here. Church could be anywhere you want it to be, right? If it's people serving the Most High God and being in the Spirit, right? Bring this up.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
Right, so you got about 20 people out here, right? So the Most High Spirit is dwelling out here, right? He's with us, right? Teaching y'all knowledge, right? So let's bring this out in Psalm 79, 79 and 1.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 79 and 1.
Jeremiah
Oh God, the heathen are coming to thy inheritance. Thy holy temple.
He said what?
Thy holy temple.
Right?
Have they defiled?
Have they what?
Have they defiled?
Right, so when you learn about, how you're an Israelite, right? How is it again? How do you know that you're an Israelite? Where you read it at? In the Bible? Or give me a specific example.
Okay, Moses, the people out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember he went up on the mountain and he said that and that all people was corrupt down there.
Okay.
God led them off. He led them off into the wilderness. When they broke this commandment, those curses upon him are us.
Right.
And God said, my people, which were the Hebrew Israelites,
Mm-hmm.
will go into bondage in Egypt. They were referring to here.
Yep.
By ship. We're the only ones who came by ship.
Hey.
So therefore, we are the Hebrew Israelites. And the Bible says something about the ones who claim to be the true Jews.
Mm-hmm.
God will give them. They got Jesus coming. But they're
That's
not
true.
really Jews.
Right.
Those are fake Jews.
Let's read this verse again, because everything you said, that's true, right? We're the true Israelites, right? And everybody that's claiming to be us, right, the Lord is going to get up with them because they've defiled our people, right? Give me Revelation 3 and 9, and you bring this up. 79 and 1 again.
Psalm 79 and 1. Oh God, the heathen are coming to thy inheritance.
Right.
Thy holy temple have they defiled.
Right.
They have laid Jerusalem on heaps.
What have they done?
They have laid Jerusalem on heaps.
Right, so the so-called white man, right, he's laid Jerusalem on heaps. Right, he's laid snares upon them. Right, he's done slayed them, slayed his blood in the streets. Right, you seen it? Right, brother was just talking about it. The Sonia Macy thing, right, where the sister got shot by the cop in her house, right in her face. Right, they've done that to our people countless times. Right, go ahead.
So do you consider all white people?
Pretty much what we would say for the entire nation of the so-called white man, right? It's not that right? I'm not gonna go and tell them I hate them to their face unless they asking, right? But it's not that we gonna join hand in hand unto them, right? Because if we join hand in hand unto the so-called white man, we gonna start to choose their ways and we can start to live like them. Because they're gonna try to make me depart from my God and make me worship this world.
Okay, but look at it. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I do. I do.
But God commands us to love everybody.
Well, God told us that we can hate our enemies, right? Let's get that in Psalms 139 and verse number 21. Start at verse 20, right? And it's not that we hate them because of their skin tone. Listen. It's not that we hate them because of their skin tone, because where you at? You got the brother Aaron right there. He the same color as some of them, right? But he an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. But what we hate is the oppression, right? The destruction, the lies, all the fornication that they produce and wickedness that they put in our communities. That's what we hate, right? We don't just hate them because they have light skin. We don't just hate them for no reason. We hate them for all the destruction that they put upon our people and the plagues, right?
You guys believe in the Apocrypha?
Yeah, we believe in the Apocrypha. What about it?
Because I was just reading recently
Mhm.
that the fallen angels, the fallen angels who came down with Satan,
You have to quote that chapter in that verse so that we could break it down for you, because I ain't never heard of that in there. She's talking about what? Enoch? Oh, that's Enoch not in the Apocrypha. You talking about the book of, yeah, you probably talking about the book of Enoch. So with the book of Enoch, right, that was a book, created by, so-called Pharisees way back when, right? And that book, right, it's based off the first 6 chapters of Genesis, but they twist and they tell lies in it, right? They tell you that, angels fell from heaven and they started to sleep with women, right? That never happened, right? They don't have the flesh where they could be tempted, right? Let's get that in 1 Corinthians 15. I think is it verse 38? Verse 39, right? They don't have that kind of flesh, right? I think I want 2nd Ezra chapter 8, and I think verse 22 on down, right? But let me answer that question real quick in Psalms 139. We're going to answer this question, then we're going to answer the next one. Psalms 139.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 20. For they speak against thee wickedly.
They do what?
For they speak against thee wickedly.
Right? The so-called white man speaks against our people wickedly. Right? He calls us niggers. He calls us damn spicks and wetbacks, aliens. Right? They say all we like to do is kill. All we like to do is smoke. All we like to do is just sit down and be lazy and not produce anything. Right? They speak wickedly concerning our people. Right? Keep reading.
For they speak against thee wickedly, and thy enemies take thy name in vain.
Right?
Do not I hate them?
What did David say?
Do not I hate them?
How do we feel about the white man?
Do not I hate them?
Right? So David said he hated his enemies because they speak wickedly against him. They're trying to kill him. They're trying to destroy him. Well, our enemies are the so-called white man, the Arabs, the Asians. Everybody that's oppressed us is our enemies. So we hate them because they're speaking wickedly against us and trying to destroy us. Right? Keep reading.
Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee.
Right?
And am not.
They hate us. Right? So I'm gonna show you the same hatred you show me. I'm not gonna go and kill you, whip you, and do all this other madness just because of your skin tone like they do us. But I hate you because of your oppression, and the Lord is gonna recompense them. Right? Hold on.
And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee.
They rising up against us. Right? Keep reading.
I hate them.
Right?
With perfect hatred.
With perfect hatred. David said he hated his enemies with perfect hatred. When you read, I believe it's 2 Samuel the 8th chapter, right? David killed a bunch of so-called white people. He put them in garrisons, had them in slavery, and had them in servants. Right? He did it with Syrians. Right? He did it with many different nations that tried to rise up against him, and he said he hates them. Right? You can answer the question, but then we got to go back to the book of Enoch and deal with that.
So, how do you guys feel about brothers and sisters who are witness?
Let me get the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18, real quick. Right? We're going to answer that. Right? So, it's no such thing as, you can have like mixed genetics, but your bloodline comes from your father. So whatever your father would be, that's what you would be. Right? Because, right, you could have, a black man can have a baby with a so-called white woman, and it might look, a little bit mixed, or it might not. Right? But it's not based off color or none of that. We're going to bring this out.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second
I got
month,
one.
and they
Matthew
declared
13,
their pedigrees
verse number
after their
38.
families
Or
by the
wheats and
house
tares.
of their fathers.
Right? Read that again.
They declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
Right? By the house of their fathers. Right? So your whole seed line and who you are is based off who your father is. So if your father is a black man, if your father is a Hispanic man or a Native American man, you would be that same man. You would be an Israelite. Right? But if your father is a white man and your mother is not, right? Your mother may be an Israelite, but your father may be an Edomite, which is a so-called white man, then that would make you an Edomite and you wouldn't be God's chosen people. Right? Let's get Sirach chapter 41 and verse 16. Right? We got to bring the truth out. If we don't bring the truth out, we're liars.
Does that make them bad people?
It doesn't necessarily make her just some, person that just, kill us or whatever, but she may. That spirit may hop upon her. Right? She might get down with, your people, right, or whatever. Right? She was raised by you. So at the end of the day, it's your daughter, right? At the end of the day, it's your daughter. So we're not saying that you have to hate her just because she's your daughter. Because we got brothers that's in the truth, right? They got a black father with a white mother, but that we're not telling him, hey, bro, separate from your mother. That's his mother at the end of the day. But we just telling him the truth of what the Bible says, that he wouldn't be God's children. We can't lie about that.
Just because, okay, their father would be white,
Yeah.
we don't know what their genetics are. Like, say their father Indian too, and other things.
Right. You said Indian, like what kind of Indian? Like Native American? Yeah, those would be Israelites as well. You got the tribe of Gad.
So if her father has Native American in him.
Yeah, if her father and her grandfather would be an Israelite, then she would be an Israelite. But if he's a purebred, right? But if he's a purebred so-called Caucasian, then she would be a Caucasian, even though you're an Israelite. But if her grandfather is an Israelite, then she would be an Israelite. That's why we said it's not based off color, because you got people like, I don't know if you know certain athletes, right? But you got certain people, right? Let's say you got a mixed man, right? His dad is black, his mom is white. He comes out light skinned, but he goes and deals with another white woman. His baby is gonna look like a so-called white person. They're gonna have blonde hair and everything, but that's still an Israelite. So it's not based off the color; it's based off the seed line and the blood.
So when you say white,
yeah, it's according unto the father's father.
What are you referring to? Like, would you consider Italians and white?
Yeah, Italians, they descend from the Romans.
Right.
So that's would be white people. Back, they go back to Edom.
So it would be just like Hispanics, blacks, Native Americans.
Yeah, like when you say Hispanics, it's a difference, right? Because you got people from Spain, the so-called white man, but then you got Mexicans and stuff and Puerto Ricans, right? You got Afro Puerto Ricans, Afro, Mexicans, right? Those would be our people, right? But when it comes to somebody that's like a Spaniard, like somebody from Spain, they may not be an Israelite.
What about Asians?
We don't deal with Asians either, right? The Lord doesn't deal with Asians. Right. They will be Moabites according to the Bible, right? And then you have certain other Asians. You got Ammonites, right? They come from the man Lot, right? The man Lot, he was drunk one night when you read I believe it's Genesis the 19th chapter. He got drunk when he came out of Sodom and Gomorrah, and then his daughters, they had sex with him, and then that's where the Moabites and Ammonites descend from, the Asians. All right, but let's bring this out in Sirach 41.
41 and what?
Start at verse 16, I want to say.
I got you right here. This Sirach 16.
41 and 16, yeah.
This Sirach 41 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Therefore, be shamefaced according to my word.
Slovakia. Hold on. 40 and 16, I think.
This Sirach 40 and 16.
Get out.
The weed growing up upon every water and bank of a river shall be pulled up before all grass.
Right. Keep reading.
Just say, bountifulness is as a most fruitful garden,
right? And
mercifulness endure forever.
Right. So when it's talking about the weeds, right, you can link this up with the wheats and the tares. Right. So you got wheats and tares, right? It's like Bob Marley, right? He would be a tare, right? Because he's his father's a so-called white man, but his mother's a black man, but he has dreads and everything. That doesn't make him an Israelite by lineage. He would be an Edomite. So the weeds will get pulled out. The Most High is going to be able to tell that he don't care about the color. He's going to be able to tell between that bloodline. And if you're a tare, he's going to pull you up out the grass, right? He's gonna cast you to the side, right? So that's why we say it's all about the bloodline. It's not about skin tone, right? And we're not just gonna tell you just because your daughter may be an Edomite, a so-called white woman, or we're not gonna tell you just hate her and just kick her in the face and spit in her face. No, we know you gotta love her at the end of the day, right? But you gotta know who you are according to the Bible and know your laws.
Now, according to your beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
those who are, do you believe they're all going to hell? God's not going to save them?
Right? You said you can repeat that again?
Okay, according to the end times,
Yeah.
do you believe God is like? Because I believe that the true Israelites have a special place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But other people, I don't believe they're all going to be cast away. Do you believe that?
So we finna break it down, right? So what the kingdom of heaven would be, right, according to the Bible, thus saith God, right, it wouldn't be this magical place like like the Christian church would tell you, where everybody just goes into the sky and they live happily forever after. You know the prayer Matthew 6, right? He said, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Right? So the kingdom will actually be on earth, right? Back in Jerusalem. The Lord is gonna build up that land. Right? Give me Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse number 25, and give me Isaiah chapter 14 and verse number 1. Right? Give me Ezekiel 36 real quick. Right? So it's not that they won't be by the kingdom, they just won't have the rulership that the Israelites will have. The same way this is their land and they have the rulership now, right? The Israelites will be back established. They're going to be living, but they're going to be under the servitude of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right. I understand.
Right? Let's bring these scriptures out real quick.
It's Ezekiel 36 and 25. Yo. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you,
right?
And ye shall be clean,
right?
From all your filthiness,
right?
And from all your idols will I cleanse you.
Right, so the Lord is talking about the new covenant, right? When he cleanses the Israelites from all their filthiness, all their idolatry, all their evil and sin. Right, he's gonna cleanse them up. Right, he's gonna put them back in their own land. Right, keep reading.
And it reads, "A new heart also will I give you,
right?
And a new spirit,
right,
will I put within you,
right?
I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh,
right?
And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes." And
she got a question? Oh yeah, she got one. Her daughter got one too.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, this one, the vibes. Hey, you gotta talk to this brother right here. The vibes. All right, come on, let's go to the book of Psalms 94 and 16. All right. All right, all praise to the Most High. Hey, she still believed that she an Israelite, man. She still believed it, somewhat. All right, but let's keep going. All right.
Sounds right.
94 and 6. Start at verse 2.
Psalms.
All right, sister, you have a good day.
Psalms 94 and 2. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth.
He said what?
Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth.
Right.
Render a reward to the proud.
Right, and the Lord is going to render a reward unto the proud, man. He's going to render destruction and evil unto the proud, man. All right, we're crying out and calling upon the Lord, right, to lift himself up and to return and destroy all our enemies, man. All right, so go to verse 16.
Verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
He said what?
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Right, because who's going to rise up and speak against the lies, right, of America? Right, Galatians 4 and 16. Right, who's going to rise up and speak the truth of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai? Right, who's going to tell you that you got to stop fornicating? Who's going to tell you that you got to stop being a homosexual, committing idolatry, smoking weed, selling drugs, and having brothers out here with their pants down? Right? Who's going to tell you that? Right? The Christian church ain't going to tell you that.
At all.
These damn scoffers ain't going to tell you that. Spirituality people, they don't want smoking the drugs and selling them.
Right.
Right? They're not going to tell you nothing. Right? So that's why you got men of the Lord out here, waking up, right? And they're rising up against the evildoers. Right? They're speaking and proclaiming judgment upon these people and telling them the prophecies if they don't get right. Right? Keep reading. All right, go to 2 Ezra 15 and 1.
How long shall the wicked triumph?
Right? He said, how long shall the wicked triumph? Right? And that's what we're wondering, man. We're wondering when Babylon the Great is going to be thrown down. We don't understand why they're prospering still. We don't understand why the so-called white man is still living in his mansions, still living in his penthouses, still making millions and billions of dollars, while my people got to damn be on crack, man. Or my people got holes all in their skin because they damn popping their veins with heroin, right? While my people still living on Section 8, while our people still damn prostituting themselves and destroying themselves, right? But don't want to listen to us. But if the so-called white man telling this stuff, right, it's good news, right? Bring this out. Actually, go to 2nd Ezra 3, and I want you to start at verse number 21. 2nd Ezra 3 and 21, and give me Psalm 74 and verse number 1. Yeah, read that.
It's Galatians 4 and 16. Am I therefore become your enemy?
What the Lord say?
Am I therefore become your enemy?
What the Lord say?
Am I therefore become your enemy?
Right?
Because I tell you the truth.
Because I what?
Because I tell you the truth.
Right, hey, Paul, people, the Galatians, right? They was looking at him, right? You had Jews at that time looking at him as an enemy because he was telling them that they don't got to be circumcised, right, for certain things, right? Trying to damn tell people to, establish their own righteousness, right? People was out here trying to do that, man. They were telling men that they got to, do this, they got to do that, right? You got to be circumcised again, right? You got to go back in the womb and get circumcised, right? They're telling them all these things. You got to be born again, literally. Right? They're telling lies and speaking lies into our people, right? And Paul became an enemy unto these men, right? Because he was telling the truth. And we becoming the enemies of many men because we speak the truth of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? We tell them you got to have faith and works. Right? We telling them that you got to put on some fringes. You got to stop eating the pork. You got to stop pouring your sisters out. Right? You got to keep the Sabbath day. Right? You got to read your Bible and you got to put away all your idols. And now we become the enemy of our people because we telling them the truth. All right, give me what you holding. All right, drop that and give me John 15 and verse number 18. All right, hold that. All right, John 15 and verse 18. Right, we don't mind becoming the enemy of many people, man. Right, because the Lord was the enemy of many people. The Lord said, "Blessed is he, right, when man shall revile you and persecute you," man. Right, in the Matthew the 5th chapter and 11th verse. Right, bring this out.
The book of John 15 and 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Right, because the entire world hated Yahweh Shai when he was on the earth. Right? So if the world hate us, we got comfort knowing that Yahweh Shai endured all those battles of being hated. Right? Endured all the temptations. Right? Because they hated him first. Right? He was able to persevere still. He still died on that cross for our sins and helped us have more faith in him. Right? Keep reading. Hey, sister, you got 5 seconds. We want a question. We got a question about this picture. All right, keep reading.
If ye were of the world would love its own.
He said what?
If you were of the world would love its own.
Right, because when you're in Christianity, everybody loves Christians. Because they just go about their business. They don't do any kind of judge. They do judge. But they make it seem as if they don't judge. Right? Hey, but the world loves Christians. But they hate when you telling them the truth. Right? It's all hypocrisy in this world.
Right.
How you don't like us to tell you to do right to help you not get hit by the train that's coming to America. Right? Because the world loves its own, man. The world loves worldly people. Right? And that's why you can't let your heart just be so surfeited and damn taking heed to this place. Because if your heart go too far in this world, you're going to be destroyed. Right? Hold 2nd Ezra 3 and give me 2nd Ezra 4 and 2.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 2. And said, thy heart hath gone too far in this world.
What happened to our people?
Thy heart hath gone too far in this world.
What happened to everybody that fall out?
Thy heart hath gone too far in this world.
Right, our people's heart has gone too far into the world, man.
Far, man.
Right, and that's why they so lost. Right, that's why they turned into the prodigal son, man. That's why we were lost, man. Our heart was far too gone, man. We didn't know our history. We didn't know our laws. We didn't know how to conduct ourselves, so we were living after the manner of every single heathen on the earth. Right, because our heart was going too far in the world. Right, we were living like this white man right here. Right, keep reading in John 15.
And it reads, but I have chosen you out of the world.
He said what?
But I have chosen you out of the world.
Right.
Therefore the world hateth you.
Right. And the Lord, he chose the Israelites out of the world, man. Right. He chose, mighty men and women to come and bear his name in the truth. To bear the mark of Yahweh Shai. Right. Yeah, you got people that fall out. Right. They don't want to bear the name of the Yahweh Shai no more. Right. They don't want to be chosen no more, man. They too damn, overcome of this world that they don't just let the blood of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai reign over them, man. They let sin have dominion and rulership all over their flesh. Right? Keep reading.
It reads, remember the word that I say unto you, The servant is not greater than his Lord.
Right.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
They will do what?
They will also persecute you.
Right, and that's what's coming to the earth. Because they don't like when we tell them, hey, no, if your daughter is a Edomite, chocolate-covered Edomite, she cannot be saved. If your son is a chocolate-covered Edomite, if your girlfriend is a chocolate-covered Edomite, I don't care that they look mixed, or they cannot be saved.
Right.
They're going to persecute us for that. They're going to persecute us for telling them, hey, stop being a homosexual. It's going to be during Pride Month. They're going to try to get up with brothers. Right? Because we down proclaiming judgment under the Palestinians, they're going to try to persecute us. They're going to do it. They failed already. And the Lord is going to make them fail in the latter end. Right? We just got to continue to endure. We just got to fight temptation. We just got to overcome this world through the spirit of Yahweh. Right? Keep reading. You got 2 Ezra 3 still?
And it reads, if they have kept my saying,
right,
they will keep yours also.
Right? And some people, right, they're going to keep the sayings of the Lord. Right? They're gonna do what brothers is out here teaching. Right? Because that spirit of God is going to come upon them. Right? But bring this out, going back into Babylon, man. Right?
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 3, verse 21.
Bring it out.
For the first Adam, bearing a wicked heart, transgressed.
Which one of us?
Hold on. Start at verse 25.
Verse 25. When this was done many years, then they that inhabited the city forsook thee.
Right.
And in all things did even as Adam and all his generations had done.
Right.
For they also had a wicked heart.
Start at verse 27.
Verse 27. And so thou gavest thy city over into the hands of thy enemies.
Right.
Are their deeds did any better that inhabited Babylon, that they should therefore have the dominion over Zion?
Right. And Babylon the Great has dominion over Zion. Right? Why are they still prospering over us? And their ways are evil. Right. Because the Lord is letting them bind their wickedness upon all of it. Right. They're binding all their sins up so the Lord could give them a sore judgment. So the Lord could bring down calamity upon them. Give me Sirach 10 and verse number 12. Right? If this nation was truly humble, this nation truly put in God we trust, they would bow down to the Israelites. They would bow down to the will of the Lord and accept who's coming to this place. But they're trying to stop the judgment. They're sending out F-22 warships trying to defeat, these heathens like they're going to win World War III. Hey, you got 5 seconds for the Bible? We got a question about this picture. Hey, what's your name right here?
Come on, brother.
You got to walk her home, man.
Walk her home.
Hey, damn Edomite going to hop out. Put him in a chokehold, he gonna be in the trunk, man. Like, get out, man. Right. That's what's gonna happen. That's what Jake was doing in that movie. He was walking in Edomite territory, probably got done freaking off with one, and got choked out by a white man, put in a trunk. Brain got transferred to a so-called white. You got 5 seconds for the Bible? All right. How you feel about this picture right here? What's your opinion on this?
The devil. That's not the devil.
Why that's not the devil?
Which one?
This entire image.
Oh, well, yeah, that is the devil.
All right. Okay. All right. So what about the horns? Without the horns, how do you feel about the image? So that's God right there.
No, that's Jesus.
Okay, but without the horns, that's Jesus.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. So what would Jesus actually look like? Who is Jesus?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, we're gonna show you in the Bible, right? Let's go to Daniel chapter 10 and verse 5, because because they'll tell us, right? I don't care if God is, whatever color, green, blue, yellow, I'ma still serve him, right? That's what they always say, right? It doesn't matter what he looks like, but if it doesn't matter, why would they change, what he actually looked like, right? But when the Bible it says something different, why would they portray this image on everybody's chains, everybody grandma house, everybody church, right? If he looks completely different, right? We're gonna show you what he looks like according to the Bible.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse number 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, behold, a certain man clothed in linen,
right,
whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
Right, so they tell you that they'll even tell you, hey, he's just a spirit, right? But he has a garment on, right? He has a garment on, right, clothed down to the foot, right? Keep reading.
His body was like a barrel,
right,
and his face as the appearance of lightning,
right,
and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
Like in color to what?
Like in color to polished brass.
Now you know what color brass is? Brass is like a brownish color. So he said it's like polished brass. You ever put some lotion on and just walk out in the sun? You put some lotion, put some cocoa butter on, you walk in the sun, right? Your skin color is polished, right? Your skin is all shining. They call it the golden hour, right? When that sun is shining off your face and all over your body, it looks like polished brass, right? I mean, you look good, right? You look clean. So Christ actually had brown skin according to the Bible. So if he walked the earth today, he'd look like you. He look like that brother right there. He look like everybody right here, right? But so why are they telling us this is what Christ looked like if he looks like you? Isn't that wrong? How do you feel about that just now learning that? That was the first time you ever heard that?
First time I ever heard that.
All praises. Right? All praises. You know, so with that being said, if Christ looks like that, you know what his race was according to the Bible? All right, let's go to Hebrews 7:14. Right? Christ was an Israelite. Right? He wasn't just some man that walked the earth, right? He was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right? So if he was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, right, and you look sort of like him, right, in skin tone, right, that would make you a Israelite as well, right? Bring this out.
It's the book of Hebrews.
Yeah, Hebrews 7:14.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 7, and verse number 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah,
right,
of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
So Christ actually came from the tribe of Judah. That'll be the American blacks right there. Right, would you be a so-called African American, or what would you be? Right, so you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, the same tribe that the Lord was from. So that means his blood is in your veins, right? Your family with him, right? But they're still lying to you, telling you he looked like this, right? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 14, and we can just get straight to the point, right? Start at verse number 15, right? All right, bring that out. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse number 15. Right, because that's a lie that's been told unto our people to help them worship that image. Right. And when they worship that image subconsciously, every time they look to somebody that they need some help from, they're going to go to the so-called white man. Right. Every time they need help, they don't go to, somebody that's responsible in their community. They go to the police. They go to the government. Right? And that's run by the so-called white man. Right? So it's subconsciously going to have them worshiping the so-called white man. Right? And now they worried about everything that they doing, so now they're going to follow their ways because they think that's the only way that they can prosper. But if you walk in the steps of Christ, a so-called black man, and you'll prosper 10 times more than ever than this world could. Right? So let's bring this out, whoever got it.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 15. Bring it out. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning when he had made an image of his child,
right,
soon taken away,
right,
now honored him as a god.
Right, so this was a man-made image by his father, Caesar Borgia's father. I believe his name was Alexander something, right? Alexander Pope, right? And when his son died for his, freakism and homosexuality, right? He made an image of his son, right? And now everybody worships him as a god, right? During the Renaissance, this was the picture, right? They started to put in the churches. They started to lie and tell people, right, this is what your God is. This is who you're supposed to worship. Right now, everybody honors him as a God. Right? Keep reading.
Which was then a dead man,
right,
and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
Right, and now they have ceremonies and sacrifices unto this man. Right? They got Christmas. Right. They got Easter. Right. They got all sorts of fest in churches, and they go and do all these things, right? When you don't have to do any of that, right? You're not supposed to celebrate Christmas according to the Bible. All praises, right? They got Thanksgiving, right? They got Thanksgiving. They throwing up their little grace before they eat that turkey and the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the sweet potatoes and the corn, right? Hey, that's not supposed to be happening, right? Those are all idols that's destroying our people. Right? Now we're going to show you how you would be an Israelite according to the Bible, other than you being from the same tribe as Christ. Right, let's go to Baruch chapter 1 and verse number 20. Baruch 1 and 20. All right. Just give two verses, just two.
Okay.
Baruch 1 and 20. Right, and then we want Deuteronomy 28 and 54.
It's the book of Baruch chapter 1 verse 20. Wherefore the evils cleave unto us,
right,
and the curse,
and the what?
And the curse.
The Lord say,
and the curse,
right,
which the Lord appointed by Moses,
right? He said the curse and the evils cleaved unto our people because we departed from God, right? So, it said that the curses are evil. Would you agree that curses are evil? Right? Now, we're going to go through some of these curses that Baruch was speaking about. Right? You got to be honest. If everybody's living like that, everybody has that curse upon them, or blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 28:54.
Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
So the Lord said that the Israelites, they will be known for having an evil eye towards their brethren. Right? They're gonna have black on black crime, selling drugs to each other, prostituting each other, right? All sorts of madness, robbing each other, right? Taking dudes, girls, right, and laying down with them. That's an evil eye. Are you supposed to care for your brother's family? Right? That's how we was when we actually cared about the Most High and we followed His laws. But now we lawless and we living like the heathens. We living like everybody else. So now we destroying ourselves. Right? It's just confounding, right? Because if we were choosing their ways and we still think that choosing their ways is going to help us, why are we still in the bottom? It's not, because we choose our ways. Hey, the Lord is going to continue to put these curses upon us until we change our ways. Right? Now we're going to read a few more. Right? Just one more, I mean.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
Right?
And toward the remnant of his children.
Right? He said the Israelite man will also have an evil eye towards his children. Right? Now, what's the big stereotype and big thing they say about black and Hispanic men whenever they have kids? What they say that we going to do? Hey, let's see what the Bible say.
Which he shall leave.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall leave.
Right? So that's in the Bible. Right? Everybody can't relate to that curse. Right? Look, it's coming to pass right here. Right? In the hood on Atkinson, you got two little kids riding a bike without a father while their mother is at work. But yeah, you got them, and they got their father in their life. They probably got a scholarship already. Right? While we just dropped out of college, we dropped out of high school. Right? But that's a curse that's upon the Israelites, and only them. Right? So does that make sense on you being an Israelite just off those few verses that we read?
Does that make me?
Does it make sense?
Oh, it makes sense.
Okay. So we'll just push you to do a little bit more research. Look into that flyer if you ain't got one already. Right? Watch it on YouTube. Right? And learn a little bit more information about your history and your heritage.
Right.
All right, sister. All right, let me get the book of Psalms 110 and verse number 5. And give me Nahum 1:15. I'm going to close out. Psalms 110 and 5. Nahum 1:14. All right, we're going to close out. Right, and another mighty brother going to bring it out and bring fire upon this place, man. All right, bring that out.
It's the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse number 5.
14.
Verse 14. And the Lord hath given a commandment concerning thee,
right,
that no more of thy name be sown.
Right.
Out of the house of thy gods.
Right.
I will cut off the graven image.
Right.
And the molten image. I will make thy grave.
What the Lord gonna do?
I will make thy grave.
What's gonna happen to America?
I will make thy grave.
Right? And the Lord is gonna make the grave of America.
Right.
He's gonna make the grave of the wicked man, of all the heathens. Right? He's gonna destroy these people, man.
Right.
With thermonuclear fire, with pestilence and famine, right? And civil wars. Right? The Lord is coming to make the grave of America. Right? Now bring this out, and this is my last precept, Psalms 110 and 5.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 110, verse 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings.
What he gonna do?
Shall strike through kings.
Keep reading.
In the day of his wrath.
Right?
He shall judge among the heathen.
Right?
He shall fill the places with the dead
What
bodies.
he gonna do?
He shall fill the places with the dead bodies.
Right, in America, Brady Street, Milwaukee, Chicago, O-Block, right? All these cities, this entire country, it's going to be filled with dead bodies of wicked men and women that didn't want to repent and turn back to the living God, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Mashiach, Umlak Yahushai, right? Kwam Yisrael.
Kwam Yisrael.
Kwam Yisrael.
Kwam Yisrael.
Kwam Yisrael.
Kwam Yisrael.